Hey everyone, Sam from United People's TV here. How we doing? Just here with some reaction after Louis van Gaal's press conference ahead of the Everton game this weekend. Plenty of news coming out. It's been 2 weeks since that game against Arsenal, so United fans are hoping for a win. Some good injury news ahead of the kickoff. We've got 4 players returning. Wayne Rooney's fit, Michael Carrick is fit, Herrera and Rojo are fit, but they're not fit to start and play 90 minutes. I suppose the main question is, will Wayne Rooney start? I personally don't want him to start. I think Goodison Park is a bad ground for him anyway, let alone when he's really out of form. Combine the two together and the fact that he hasn't played for 2 weeks, it just makes sense to rest Rooney for this game, especially if Herrera can come back in. Maybe he won't complete 90 minutes, but he'll at least come back in and play. Van Gaal's also been talking about Arsenal. He said, "We've spoken about this, it cannot happen again." Yeah, you're damn right about that. It was an embarrassing defeat to Arsenal. Everyone knows it. He went on to say that we want to be champions, so we must behave like champions. You have to improve every time. Yeah, it's all about saying the right things, but you've got to do that against Everton. It's not an easy game this weekend. It's a ground where I'm not even sure if we scored in the last few years we went there. It's a very, very tough ground to go to. Everton got a draw against Liverpool. They probably would have rather won that game because Liverpool are crap right now. They might change with Klopp, but that's a different conversation. As well as the good injury news we've got, Ashley Young's injured, which is a bit of a... No one expected that, really. He was missing from training yesterday, so there were questions being asked. But Ashley Young being out effectively means that Phil Jones is probably going to come back in as centre-back and Daley Blin's going to be forced into left-back spot. That Smalling-Blin partnership unexpectedly has become one of the strong points of United this season. So I'm a little bit worried. But Jones and Smalling, man, I remember watching them when they played for England under-21s together, and they were very, very good. Whenever Jones or Smalling would sit, the other would run forward. And they knew how to play with each other. But they've never replicated that with United. Will they? It's too hard to say, but maybe this is the opportunity that Jones and Smalling have wanted to get that partnership together at centre-back, and maybe Blin will play left-back until Luke Shaw is back in town. We'll see what happens there. He's also been talking about other injured players because, you know, Bastian Schweinsteiger came back from Germany. He didn't play for Germany during the international break, so he may have been injured. He said, talking about the injured players, he said they were injured and they have a rehabilitation period behind their back and everything went well. They are also fit to play, maybe not 90 minutes, but you never know. So as I said, we mentioned Rojo, we mentioned Herrera. Maybe that includes Schweinsteiger as well. I really want Schweinsteiger to play against Everton. I think if we have Carrick and Schneiderlin could work quite well, actually. And I wouldn't be against that as a partnership. That could be quite decent. And obviously, Van Gaal's been talking about man of the moment, Martial. It's just a nice little quote, so I'll give you on him here. He said, "I'm very pleased he started so well. It's also good because most of the fans didn't know him. Now they know him and also a little bit about his qualities and talent. Still, we have to be patient with him. He is still 19 years old and he cannot do that every match. That is also a characteristic of a young player." And he's spot on there. Martial started off so hot. He's been named September Player of the Month for the Premier League. He won September's Goal of the Month for United for his goal against Liverpool. He's scoring goals galore. He had a quiet game against Arsenal, as the whole United team did, but he continued that with France. He got 2 assists in 2 games, man of the match on his full debut against Denmark. I mean, everything that Martial's touching right now seems to turn to gold. As I said, apart from that Arsenal game, but we'll ignore that. Going into Goodison Park, Martial's going to be our main man, which is, you know, it's a little bit worrying that we have to rely on a 19-year-old, but at the same time, he's got the talent, he's got the qualities, age is nothing but a number. And Martial seems to be taken to this United stage really, really well. And I can't... Everton is such a tough game. And we need players like Martial or Mata to come in and break it down, because otherwise it's going to be a game where United don't score. But Van Gaal's also been talking about how these are a big few weeks for United. Last quote we'll talk about. Said it's a big challenge because we have to compete in different competitions. Everton has always been difficult for United in history. Then Moscow in the Champions League at the highest level. Then we have to play against City. It is a very heavy week, so we have to be prepared for that. After an international break, it is not easy. Now, he's completely right there again. We've got Everton away, followed by Moscow away, followed by City at home. That's a huge week for United. You talk about season-defining weeks. It may only be October, but this is a big one. Imagine getting 6 points, Everton away and City at home. That'll be a huge statement. So that's it from the press conference today. The main points, as we said, we've got 4 players back from injury: Rooney, Carrick, Rojo and Herrera. They might not play full 90 minutes. Sounds like Schweinsteiger could be available as well, but Ashley Young's injured, which is a bit of a bummer. And there is quite a bit of pressure on United for this game to turn it around after Arsenal, isn't there? So let's hope that it all goes well. Let's leave your comments below. What do you think of the press conference? Do you want to start Wayne Rooney against Everton? That's my big question. So we'll see you on Saturday, and take it easy, guys.